Hey everybody, welcome back to Life in HD with Hilario and David.
On the casting couch.
On the casting couch, we're working on the set a set setting. But right now, yeah, we are on. Looks like the casting couch. It is not the casting couch. It's actually still the basement.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on Anchor or Spotify, anything like that, we're just chilling on a black couch. So
yeah, so wink, I guess. Never mind. if somebody that is listening with you doesn't know what the casting couch is, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's all good.
We're not making those kind of videos yet.
I don't think we will ever make those videos.
Probably not.
But anyways, it's been a while, David. What have you been up to?
Not a lot. We mentioned recently, if you haven't seen it already, we're starting a new little thing, a new video series called Lift in HD.
Are we actually going to call it Lift in HD, or we're just like getting together and it's kind of like fitness?
I thought it was a fun little name play on our podcast title already, so it's just going to be a fun little side project that we do. We're going to try to do some running, get mile times. We didn't do the 100 meters like we said we were going to in that video, but we're probably going to ultimately do that. Maybe a better idea to start with that before we're completely gassed from running a mile.
So yeah, just a quick overview too, like David said, just to piggyback on it. We are going to be getting together twice a week, every Monday for sure, right? We said every Monday for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then once David starts his new job, we're going to be getting together maybe once, maybe twice times a week to go and to the gym actually and lift some weights. And then we'll be cutting those videos together and put them on our YouTube channel. Check it out if you haven't.
Hence the lift in the title.
Lift in HD, exactly. Yeah. But the fitness test on Monday is basically just that, just a fitness test so we can actually see our progress throughout. We started off with a broad overview, and we were, like David said, we were supposed to run a 400 meter 100 meter time, 100 meter dash time, and a mile time, just to have our base. And we did the mile, but we didn't do the 100 meter just because it was wet. It was not a very good track, so we're gonna go to this other track where you can actually, it'll be a lot easier. I was also thinking that we should do like a 400 if we get our buddy from Unruly Culture. He said he wants to join, so we'll have an extra cameraman, so he'll be able to record. Maybe you and I race on the 100 meter, just some more excitement in it.
Sure.
And then we can also run the 400 meter, which is just a lap around.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty interesting, I think.
It'd be fun.
That plus the mile time, and like you were saying, I think we should like definitely stretch. Spend some good 5 to 10 minutes stretching and warming up, maybe a warm-up lap, and then we'll start with 100 meter, 400, and then finish with a mile.
We definitely need to. I mean, my hamstrings were killing me the whole time.
Yeah, my the whole next week, because we didn't warm up, we just kind of got into it. We warmed up like a little bit, stretched a little bit, didn't warm up. My legs were locking up. I was at work and I was walking and like it just seemed like I don't know, I felt really weird.
It's really different running on a treadmill versus running on a track. Treadmills are a lot lower impact, so when you're running on a treadmill, it's intentionally softer. You might not think that, it might sound kind of weird, but if you run on a treadmill and then go running on a track, you'll very quickly notice the difference. So
yeah, it's big for sure. I mean, it's a lot more, like you said, the impact more. It's harder.
It's harder on your muscles and everything, but that's fine. I'm cool with. I want to lean out my legs anyways, so
yeah. Now, if you notice from the video, if you've seen it, we were running with our music on. Are we going to continue to do that, or?
I'm probably going to keep doing that. It motivates me. I don't want to just run and hear the sound of my feet on the gravel.
Right. I mean, for the mile time, I understand that, but like, are we going to do that for the 100 meter and the 400?
I don't think I need music for a 100 meter dash. It's like 10 seconds. So.
And yeah, I mean, people also have that argument that if you run with music on, like, you're kind of cheating because you're tuning out like with feedback from your body essentially.
But that's the point.
Not really. The point is to like better your body. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're getting the same. I'm sure you're gonna get the same results at the end. It's just kind of like you're not really going through it. Essentially, you're just kind of like numbing everything out and running. That's an argument I've heard. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, I'm fine with running with music. I just forgot mine the last time, so I had to carry my phone with me and listen to it that way.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, it does. Like I say, it does make make a difference. Like if you're listening to music, it just goes by a lot faster, a lot takes your mind off of it, the pain. So but yeah, so anyways, that's what we're gonna be doing every week, every Monday. We're gonna do fitness and then just quick videos. I was able to do a quick turnaround, even though it was a 20-minute video.
They're not gonna be that long in the future.
No. That was just like, that was the base. We're explaining everything we were doing. We were like going over everything. So you can expect way shorter videos, just a quick update. Especially if we do them every week, it shouldn't be longer than like 5 to 6 minutes, I would say. And it would just be like our times and everything. That first video we were actually recording, a lot of us running. I like David mentioned in the video, just in case somebody doesn't believe us, like it's legit, we're doing it. And hopefully you'll be able to tell by seeing the results.
We have no reason to fake it. I mean,
right.
You saw us run our times. I was 9:12 and you were 11:09. So
yeah,
those were our benchmarks.
So those are horrible times, but hey, that's where we have to come up from. So
I mean, considering I weigh about the same that I did in junior high, like 7th grade when I did cross country, like my times will improve, especially if I actually like start running. I didn't think it'd be a bad idea to just like wake up a little early on my off days and just go for a little run around.
Yeah, my goal is to go across the street and go to the gym every day. That I'm not meeting up with you or doing this workout thing. But actually, I've been failing since last week. I've only made it to the gym once. I did run, so I'm still working on cleaning up my diet, which actually was pretty good this week. I didn't make it to the gym as much, but I counteracted with having a little bit better diet. So I'm still expecting better results, and if we warm up, I think we should be fine.
I think the better track, the warming up and everything, I think we're going to do a little bit better. I think my time's probably going to be right about the same, though. I mean, I don't expect to shave a whole bunch of time off. Maybe if I like ran the day before, it might make a difference.
Oh yeah, don't run the day before. I mean, if you're going to go to the gym, just lift, like rest your legs a little.
This probably sounds really funny if anybody watching is a huge fitness enthusiast and they do a lot of cardio and they're like, don't.
No, we don't do any cardio. So this is why we have to really not be careful, but like in a way, be careful.
I always do the stair climbers for my cardio just because I like it more. It's lower impact. I get side splints really bad whenever I go running. So I don't really enjoy
we're still carrying a lot of weight. You asked me on the video, like, how much do you think you weighed? I said about 150, 156. I was right in the middle. I weighed myself the next day at, not 100, I'm sorry, 254.6. So that's the heaviest that I've ever been in my entire life. So I can definitely tell when I'm running, it just hurts. And they say that too, like every pound of weight on your body has like 5 pounds of adds 5 pounds of pressure on your knees, and yeah, it's like you can tell it's definitely.
I think it might be 8 pounds actually.
I heard 5.
It's a high number.
It's something big. Yeah. Anyways, that's what we're doing on our YouTube channel again, Unruly Culture Co. Check us out, or just follow the links on the description of this podcast or video. If you're watching already on YouTube, then you're already subscribed. So
right.
We want to do this again to make a change. David brought something up yesterday that said, like, hey, man, it's true that the camera adds 5 to 10 pounds. And it might be true, but I think we are just, that's just how we look. But we have a different perspective of ourselves. You're like,
yeah, it's kind of weird looking at yourself on camera and it's like, oh, am I that big? And I don't know what the world thinks. But
yeah, like, no, I mean, I didn't, when I look at myself in the mirror, I have a full length body mirror in my room, and I look at myself and I'm like, okay, I mean, I am fat, but I'm not that bad. By looking at the video, it's like, holy shit, how did I let this happen?
I think the funny part is at my heaviest, I still had 50 pounds on you, so I wish I could go back and like see some of that kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, I used to look like this. So, well,
you have pictures of that. We'll probably add them to the videos here too. We could probably even add it here if David has them. But a
little side by side.
Yeah, well, you can send me before and after, and I'll try to put them on there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll find my best after picture.
Yeah, there you go.
Give you that. Which I'm a little bit heavier than I was at my lightest. At my lightest, I was like 191. I'd love to go even lower than that. Actually, I'd love to get to like 180 or something.
Right. My perfect weight target would be like 175. Obviously, that's not going to happen anytime soon. It would definitely take like a 6 months to a year time frame.
In the grand
to get
scheme of
down there.
things, though, I mean, time feels like it's been flying for me, just in
Yes.
general. Ever since I turned 21, it's like people say
That's
like
what I keep saying.
it just starts flying because like you don't have
Yeah.
anything to look forward to with age anymore, so you don't pay attention to it. Before you know it, it's like it's nearly August of 2019, and
Right.
I still remember like my birthday this past year, like clears it, which is December 5th. So like I still remember that pretty clearly, and it's weird
Wow.
to think like, oh, I'm gonna be 23 here in a couple of months. So
It's going by fast. Yeah, no, I started noticing that after 22. That like it just seemed like time was flying, and it's still going by really fast.
22 snuck up on me, and I think part of the reason of that was because I was spending so much time in the gym and just working on losing the weight, because I lost most of the weight
Yeah.
from in between 21 and 22. It took me about 8 months to get to drop 114 pounds at my lowest. So I was so focused on that and so into that instead of like, oh, I can't wait to turn 21.
Right.
I just didn't pay any attention to it. And then I turned 22 and I was like, oh, like you do keep getting older.
No, it happens. I mean, it's the true thing. So just get out there and make a change. Like you're saying, procrastination.
Is a
It's,
dish best served eventually?
It happens, man. Like I'll come home and I'm tired. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna sit down on the couch for a little bit and rest up. Then I'll do that, and then I'll start watching something and either fall asleep, which sucks, but like usually that's what usually happens, or it'll be too late, and I'm like, well, if I go, I have to run for 30 to 60 minutes, then I have to come back, take a shower. By the time I'm in bed, it's too late. I have to get up early. Like there's a bunch of excuses that you make up, but like it's just like
You
getting
can
over
always
that.
wake up earlier. I'm just saying.
Well, that is true.
I wake up at 5 a.m. to go work out with Jake a couple times a week. So,
Right. Well,
and then I go to bed at like 10 those nights. So,
there you go. I go to bed at like 1 earliest. So, and I mean, I don't go to bed at 1. I go to bed at 12 so I can fall asleep by around 1. It takes me a while to fall asleep. I just, it's always been an issue for me. But, yeah, anyway, so if you're trying to make a change, if you're trying to lose a couple pounds, like
lose a
David
couple
Brown
with us.
said, yeah, I mean, tune up. We're going to be doing this hopefully for the rest of the year and see where we're at in a couple months. And this is the point of the videos. We're going to be updating you guys.
I would love to have a six pack by the Christmas party, by my office Christmas party.
There you go.
I'd love to just like have somebody accidentally spill a drink on me and be like, oh, let me take this off.
Yeah, I have a trip scheduled at the end of September to go to California, and we're going to be at the beach. I don't know if like we're going to be, I guess. I mean, we'll be getting in, I guess. I don't know. I always hear that the Pacific Coast beaches are like a little rougher. But I know, I mean, it's a couple months away. I know it's not going to be a huge, tremendous difference. But then I also have a trip coming up at the end of the year. Probably going to go to Costa Rica. So at that point, I want to have a good body so I can be a...
I mean, in 3 months' time, when you were going with me every day, in the time that I lost 50 pounds, you lost 30, I think?
22, 25. It was
something
right.
like that in like 3 months' time. So
Yeah, so it's possible for sure. But this is why we want to hold us accountable by making these videos. I mean, even if we don't feel like it, it's like, well, we said we would, and we have this video to make and stuff, and that kind of like puts some more pressure on us and makes us get out there.
Accountability is semi-important. So
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we have a couple topics that we wanted to touch on today.
we're not gonna go rapid fire, but we don't want to make a long, like hour half.
Yeah, we just wanted to get back in here and make it short and sweet.
Definitely, but we wanted to touch on some fun stuff that's been going on, in pop culture and all that kind of good stuff.
Absolutely.
And we're also going to touch briefly on our Nashville trip, which was like 3 weeks ago, I think, or maybe a month ago. But anyways, we're
Right
going to
about.
touch on that too.
Yeah, it was fun. Check out the video.
Yep. But yeah, we have that up on our Instagram and the YouTube, so you can check out our trip to Nashville. We're very possibly going to be taking another one.
Oh, we are.
Here in a couple months.
Yeah, once the weather gets a little better.
Once
it
it's
was
like
hot. It
more
was
in the
very
off
hot.
season, because
Yeah.
Cincinnati needs some honky tonks.
That is true.
They're
I've always
awesome.
wondered why we don't have that. I was telling David, I think it's just because Nashville has such a nice weather, really, compared to ours.
Plus, it's Music City,
Yeah, so they have no shortage on artists to perform. You basically go anywhere and it's live music 24/7. You go somewhere to eat for brunch in the morning, they'll probably have live music. You go for lunch, live music. You go at night, live music.
It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. I don't even like country music that much, but like when you're there.
Yeah, when you're there and it's live, you
And when you're
don't
under the
care.
influence of alcohol, it makes it so much better. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
when you're under the influence of alcohol,
Everything's better.
The hot dogs are amazing. We we bought a hot dog from this vendor on the street, and it was honestly the best thing I've ever tasted in my life, I would ever say.
They were very good. I really enjoyed that hot dog too.
Yeah, were they really? Probably not, but
Alcohol.
cocaine's hell. I'm just kidding. Alcohol. That's all we did. But it was
all we
fun.
did.
It was fun. It was a fun time for sure. And we want to go back. We want to bring some of the gang. We'll bring a couple extra friends if possible. I told Paul about it. Hopefully he'll fly in from Florida.
Maybe Travis.
Shout out Paul. Found out he listens to some of our videos, listens to some of the podcasts. So, yeah. It was fun. Anything else you'd like to add about the Nashville? Any tips you have for people that have never been there or what to look forward to?
Yeah, long sleeves and long pants isn't the best idea. You'll sweat your ass off in the summer. Which wasn't the best idea, but you want to look decent. So
Yeah, true.
There's a reason they're called summer dresses, although we're not girls. So some nice shorts and a nice button up is gonna do you just fine. But be sensible about the weather there, because it was like 90 degrees and we were walking around in
It was hot.
stuff we'd wear here in like fall.
Yeah, we got there. It was a quick weekend getaway. I mean, it was supposed to take us that long to get down there. It took us like 8 hours, but that's because there was accidents and construction and a bunch of other
shut down 275
issues.
completely. So we actually drove through the median and got on the other side of the highway. Perks of having a truck.
Yeah, I was worried. I thought we were gonna get stuck because I've seen that before, and I was like, dude, this could turn out bad.
A couple other people were doing it too, so I was like, this can only be so bad. But I was not about to sit there and just idle for hours. It's like,
Yeah, they literally shut down the highway. Like, it said on the maps that it was shut down due to an accident, and yeah, nobody was moving, and it was awful.
nobody was moving. And I mean, when we went through the city, the traffic wasn't even that bad. I mean, it wasn't good, but it was moving. We were
Yeah, it was at
steadily
least
going at
moving.
like 20 miles an hour, which is slow. But I mean, once you get through that Lexington and everything, it's not that bad. So I
my
wasn't
point of
complaining.
that was we got there pretty late. We got there like 9:30.
Yeah.
We still went out that night. We got downtown to Broadway. If you go to Nashville, that's where all the honky tonks are.
So much fun.
We got there at like 10, and we had a blast. I think we were out to like maybe 1:30 because we were pretty tired that night. 1:30.
We got back at like 1:30 or something
Yeah.
like that. We each had like maybe 6 or 7 beers, and we just Ubered back to our terrible hotel.
Yeah, that's the last time David picks a hotel. But hey, that's how you learn,
I didn't realize you get exactly what you pay for. So
Yeah.
when it's $88 a night,
Don't-
you get
don't have
people
high
asking you why you haven't checked out when you still have another day there. So
Yeah, very poorly run.
true story. Was not fun at all. The hotel sucked, even though we spent a lot of time in there, just like watching movies and stuff, until we actually like went out at night.
Yeah, during the day we had to stay in the hotel because it was literally like 90 something and bone dry outside. So we could have gone downtown and walked around, but it would have been painful. And so we just waited till night came, and then we went out. We're out for a while.
I think the off season will be a little bit better when we
Yeah.
go back. So, but we're definitely going to be planning another trip. That's why it was part 1 on the Instagram. So.
That's right. Yeah, we made a quick little montage. So yeah, just check it out. Some of the highlights. There's tons of people just
Yeah, there's
having fun. It
There's a
was
girl
crazy.
dancing on a cop in that video. There's a dude who got arrested. Man, they brought him to the ground. That was funny too.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, what's the point? Like, if you're gonna get arrested, why would you struggle or fight to try to get out? You're not gonna get out.
He was so drunk. There's no way he knew what he was doing. He's gonna wake up confused in a jail cell. I mean, I remember going to the Yellow Rose with Tyler one time, and there was a dude. We usually get there around 9 o'clock. That place shuts down at 2:30, but it's the closest thing we've got to it is a country bar with a big dance floor and everything. So me and Tyler go there. We're shooting pool. We ran to
Shout out Tyler.
Shout out Tyler. We ran to the bathroom to go to the bathroom, and there's a dude in there just talking to everybody, and you could tell he was hammered. And it's like 9 o'clock. It's like we just got here. We just got our first round, and 10 minutes later, me and Tyler are shooting pool, and this guy's just trying to fight the bartender, and the bartender is
Wow.
the owner's son. And so the owner came out and started wailing on him, and then they just brought him to the ground. They got a bunch of bouncers there, like these 7-foot guys who look like they weigh like 400 pounds. They look like they could kill you.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
So
you're not gonna get out. I mean, you know, if they're trying to kick you out, they're gonna kick you out. If you struggle or if you're trying to fight back, you're gonna get some scratches on your way out.
there was no way he could drive that night either. I mean, if he did, well, he didn't because the cops came and arrested the guy. So
Nice.
that was the most excitement I've ever seen at that place. It was a good time. So
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 cups on this guy that we saw in Nashville, and he was struggling to get up. It's like, dude, you're not gonna get up with 5 cups in your back, and you're probably gonna get some bruises just for being an asshole.
oh my god,
If you're gonna get arrested, just
take it like
get
a
arrested.
man.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
you
get
fucked up
arrested.
already. You got caught. Just go to jail. Get out. You'll be fine.
Tack on an even bigger fine for resisting arrest.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, you just got yourself deeper in a hole. Just no point. Just chill.
super solid idea right there. So,
Yeah, no. But yeah, that was fun. We're gonna try to continue to go on trips as well. Just make quick, fun videos like that.
I always said I wanted to travel the United States during my 20s. You know, I want to kind of see the country. So
Yeah, there you go. Starting.
we're working on it. Vegas a couple of times, Nashville a couple of times. I want to go to Boston, which I know I've kicked that idea to you before. So maybe like next summer or something like that, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
Definitely.
Never been in there either, so it's always I'm always down for a new experience.
Absolutely. Big city, all that kind of fun stuff.
Talking about new experiences, David, are you gonna storm Area 51?
Oh yeah, definitely.
September 20th, 22nd, something like that.
Something like that. Actually, that's like my favorite meme right now, just because everybody's like, storm this and storm that. Like, I saw storm the Federal Reserve while everyone's busy with Area 51.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
you're
was
gonna go
like, this
anywhere,
sounds like a great
everybody
idea.
expects, me and my alien once we leave Area 51. It's like, well, there's 3 million people supposed to be storming. I don't think everybody's gonna get an alien. But if you storm the Federal Reserve, I'm not saying you should. FBI, back off, bro. I'm just a
You
topic.
shouldn't. It's a bad idea. It's not worth dying over, unless you want to die.
Yeah, and it's like way underground. It's like it's in New York, and they have gold, so they had to build it like underground, so it would be on like what is it called? Like the stone that is underneath.
Like granite or something.
Yeah, there's like the base of houses. I don't know, on a good
Concrete?
settlement. No, I mean there's just it's just there's no mud. It's on rock, but it's like way down, and so the gold won't like sink the building. But they have a ton of gold reserve. Yeah, like there's videos on YouTube. It's I mean, if you're gonna storm a place, storm that place. But yeah, you're not gonna get out.
Gold's
anyway.
extremely heavy, so good luck carrying a bunch out. But I mean, gold's worth a ton of money. So
Yeah,
one
that's
of
what they
those
said.
bricks
If you
is
try
like-
to carry as much gold as you can in your car, if you filled up the trunk on like a regular car, your car would break down. Like it's just heavy.
It's
you know,
extremely
so-
dense. Like, I was watching some movie where a guy heisted the Federal Reserve, and he put like 5 or 6 gold bars in his backpack, and that was all he could carry. Because they're like 30 or 40 pound bricks. So
That's such a paradox. Because sometimes like that's one of those questions that people ask you is like, oh, if you could save one person or save 15, what would you do? For people that have Netflix, if you have not seen Triple Frontier, it's a really good movie about that paradox. Essentially, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but these ex-military guys, they go down to South America and they bust down this house from this drug dealer, and they find a lot more money than they were looking for. Everybody was expecting to take like a backpack full of money, and like that was going to be their payment, and that's what they were going for. Next thing you know, the whole house is made out of money. They're breaking down walls, money. Breaking another wall, money. And obviously they're like, well, let's take it all. And just because of that, they go through some
interesting
can't-
stuff. Don't tell anymore.
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but like you can see that on the preview. But like essentially, that's what happens, and like just watch the movie. You'll understand at the end. It's like if they were just it was just watch the movie.
There we go. Get it
But
out.
yeah, talking about movies. Have you seen any good movies recently? One of our buddies asked yesterday. And I actually was thinking about that. I love movies, and I have not seen any good ones, rather.
I wanted to go see Anna because it looked like John Wick to me, or like Atomic Blonde, which is similar to John Wick. If you've never seen Atomic Blonde and you like John Wick, check that out. But I haven't really seen anything recently. The last movie I saw was Godzilla, which we talked about on the last podcast. I want to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, though. Tarantino's new movie. I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I love...
What are some of the movies he's made? I'm not even that familiar. I've heard his name, and I know he's like supposed to be like one of the top 10 or whatever, but like I don't really...
So his first movie was Reservoir Dogs. The movie that he's most known for is Pulp Fiction.
I've seen that, but honestly, I mean, it was good, but it was weird as fuck.
It is a weird movie. I haven't seen it in like 2 years, so I can't really comment on it. I've only seen it once, and it was like 2 years ago. It is really weird, though. I enjoy it, though. It's funny.
Yeah.
He also did Kill Bill 1 and 2. I haven't seen either of them. I would like to. He did Inglourious Bastards, which I saw once on TV. I want to see it again because you can't really watch Tarantino
it's on Netflix
TV.
now, so check it out.
Very nice. I'll have to check that out.
Inglourious Bastards.
He did Django Unchained, which is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay, so he's a weird director. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad, but like his movies are weird.
His movies are always a little bit out there, and most recently he did The Hateful Eight, which I enjoyed that too. That was like a murder mystery. But I mean, the whole movie takes place in like one cabin, and it's like 3 hours long. But he keeps it interesting. He does a good job with it. So I'm very excited to see his new movie.
You know, an unpopular opinion, a lot of people didn't like the movie, but 13 Hours, I really enjoyed.
What was that, the Benghazi one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that before, so.
I enjoyed it. I mean, just like the actors. And I mean, this is a topical movie that like obviously happened. I'm sure some of the details, you know, in the movie are exaggerated. Or made up, if you will, but the story overall happened, right? Huh?
Hillary Clinton's emails.
Well, it's not even about that. It is about the reaction time and what happened because the U.S. couldn't get their shit together and react in time. It doesn't get into the political, like, emails and whatever. I mean, it's just a story about the people that were on the ground, so that's why I liked it.
Right.
It was about this, like, they were mercenaries, essentially, ex-U.S. military, and they were there protecting people. And once they started getting attacked, they had to hold the fort down through the night with no help. And it went down, and it was a lot of action. It was sad. It was happy. It was funny at points. It was one of those movies. Like those are the best movies that I think. Like the ones that like can really grab your attention. They will make you like mad, sad, and laugh even at the same time, like the same movie. And that's what gets you invested in the movie. And I don't know. Another movie you should check out if you haven't seen it. End of Watch. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, we watched that together.
Okay. It's one of those movies you get in and it's like, what the fuck am I watching? And at the beginning, it's kind of like, you have no idea what it's about. Well, I didn't when I first watched it. And I was like, oh my God, if this is boring, I'm going to kill myself. But I really like the actors. The Pena guy, Enrique? I don't know what's his name. Michael Pena.
And Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal, yeah. I mean, Jake, he always puts out interesting or weird movies.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, Source Code from Jake Gyllenhaal, Southpaw, really like that movie.
What was the one he did recently? What was it?
Nightcrawler.
That was a good one. That was a good movie. I showed my parents and like a couple of my friends that movie.
It's creepy, but
nobody liked it.
Not a lot of people like it. One of the movies that I did watch, I didn't start it from the beginning, but I picked up. It was Molly's Game, also based on like true facts. But
I have not seen that.
That's a good movie. The actress, I don't know what her name is. She's pretty hot. Just saying. So it definitely makes it easy to
check it out later, I guess, right?
It's a good movie. But yeah, so you have any movie recommendations? Anything we should watch? Because I need to get back watching movies. I mean, I used to do that all the time, and I couldn't think of any good recent movies that I've seen. So
I don't really think there's been a lot of good movies out this year. I mean, because usually I try to go to the movies and stuff, but I've seen Avengers, I've seen Godzilla, and I've seen John Wick. So
yeah, John Wick, I guess.
John Wick was good. I can't wait for that to come out on DVD. I'll be picking up a copy.
There you go.
My favorite. Anyways. What were we? Oh, yeah, yakking.
Yeah, we started. Anyways.
Nice little pause that Hilario is going to edit out. We went kayaking this last weekend with our buddy Travis. Shout out if you're listening. We're probably going to go again this weekend. It was the first time actually ever, and this is, you're not supposed to do this, but it was the first time I'd ever actually been drinking while kayaking, which...
I was drinking orange juice. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was really...
We were enjoying cold beverages. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and it was a different experience. Honestly, didn't like it all that much, but I'm working on my tan game and everything, you know. So I was just like,
What you didn't like? What?
I didn't like the feeling.
Oh, really?
Expo facto. It already happened. We can't get in trouble for it.
No, you could. I'm sure. If you rob a bank and you're like, well, last week I robbed a bank.
Well,
you know,
last week.
No, you can't get me. It already passed. Oh, you know, there's a statute of limitations. I don't know what it is. I've done that before, but like we were not doing it while floating down the, well, like, not really. We pulled over and we're just like hanging out. We were sitting in the water, just talking, having a drink,
having a good time.
It was fun. It was really fun. I actually enjoyed it because it was during the heat wave that we just had, so it was really, really hot out. And it felt great.
It was literally, there was a heat warning and advisory.
And we decided to go kayaking.
It was great.
As you do.
Absolutely. I mean, it was so much fun, though.
It was really fun.
We'll go again this weekend or something. This is my last Sunday at my second job. I work at a pizza joint. I finally got promoted to full-time at my main job, so I'm going to enjoy having my Sunday and Tuesday evenings back.
Yeah, David asked while we were kayaking real quick. I was putting sunscreen on. He's like, "Oh, you get sunburned?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." And to prove it, I mean, I was gonna send you guys pictures, but it was gonna be kind of weird me sending you pictures of my chest. But I wasn't gonna take. I had this muscle shirt on, and I wasn't gonna take it off. But eventually, it got wet, so I was like, you know what? Took it off. But I only put sunscreen on my arms and face and neck. Yeah. So this guy didn't think I could get sunburned. Anyways, I didn't put any sunscreen on my chest because I only put it on my arms and face, and the next day my chest was bright red, like it was bad.
Right. Now, mind you, he's a couple skin tones darker than me, so
yeah. I mean, everybody says like, you know, black people or Mexican people or Hispanic, whatever, people that have pigment in their skin can't get sunburn. It's like, well, how do you think we got this way? In a way, we have a lot of melatonin. So when I go if I go tanning,
it's melanin. By the way.
Oh yeah, it's a melatonin. That's what makes you sleep. My bad. But if I were to go, even with you, or when I go with my girlfriend, we go to the beach and we lay out for a couple hours. The next day, I will be a few shades darker. Like you can see it right away. On her, it'll be like it'll be red, but then it'll turn into a tan. I get a tan like 2-3 times faster. Like my skin just turns color way faster than a white person.
I feel like mine kind of does too. I'm white, obviously, but you know.
Yeah, but I've been to the point where like it hurts. Like I'm so sunburned that it hurts.
Oh,
and then
I know.
like I start peeling. Like my face was peeling just from going to the beach one weekend, and the next weekend we went kayaking. My whole face was peeling. I mean, you know, like it happens. It's just like it would happen to a black person if they're out there in the sun all day.
I went on a blind date last summer and my face was peeling because I was sunburned, and I was like, this is a great first impression.
Nice.
Good times. So last night with our buddy Travis and his lovely wife Krista, the two of us also went to Columbus, and we went to a dinner party, a murder mystery actually. So it was a good time though.
It was interesting for sure.
Yeah, it was different because it's like there's actors and everything, and they're playing it off like somebody died, but like you're sitting in on it, and all the people got involved and whatnot. So it was a new experience. I hadn't done anything like that before. So
yeah, no. When I hear murder mystery and like actually go to a place, I honestly pictured all to be like old people. And at first, yeah, there was mainly old people, but eventually some younger started showing up. We were definitely, I think, the youngest.
There were
some of the youngest. I think the guy who won was probably our age, or
give or take. I mean, they had a cash bar, so they wanted everybody at least to be 15. There were some decently old people there, though. It felt like a lot of people were like more closer to like their mid-30s to 40s, right, give or take. So I'm pretty sure I was like the youngest person there. So.
Yeah, a lot of people were out in their quote-unquote date night. So yeah, you can. I mean, they're trying to.
It's a total disappointment. There weren't any hot young singles.
I guess. I mean, I wasn't expecting there to be a lot of singles
in general,
regardless, or young for that matter.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I don't think it's my thing. I definitely love mystery stuff like that, or escape rooms where you have to figure out clues and yada yada.
Yeah,
But if we're being honest, I mean, like David said, I was an asshole because I put on the anything else you like to say, I put down the lady host. I can't remember her name, was not very nice. I think that statement altogether is not that harsh.
In my defense, what I thought he said was she was a bitch.
That's what I was
he
thinking.
actually wrote that, and I was like, "Damn, like that's kind of mean." Like,
but like I wouldn't say that on a forum, you know. Like
that's why I was shocked. I was like, "Damn, you just wrote that on a form." I was under the influence of alcohol, so I wasn't thinking 100% straight, and it got construed to where that's what I thought it was.
And she was a dick. She was treating people. She was a host, and she was like treating people as if they were like first graders. Mind you, like we said, there was mainly old people there. This girl was in her 20s, maybe 24, 25. And like she was like, all right, excuse me. Like she was trying to get her recitation. And then like if a few people or a few groups were talking, it was a lot of people there. She'd be like, all right, I'll wait. And she would sit there and wait. Like, really? You want complete silence so you can start talking? Just do your job and make this a fun time. Like she did not do a great job making it fun. The actors were great. The food was okay. Like, it was not bad. It was pretty good. I was extremely hungry, so it went down extremely easy.
I was actually really impressed with the chicken. I thought they did a good job.
Yeah, it was very soft. It was juicy. It was not
I don't know what like side they had on there, but whatever it was, like not like in a puddle of, but whatever they had there, I thought that was fantastic. I did not know what that was, but it was delicious. Yeah,
the whole experience, like I was not trying to figure anything out. They would pass out clues, and it was hard to follow. It was not connected together. You really had to like think about it. And,
I mean, we were drinking. That was the last thing on our minds. But real quick, since they said they work with word of mouth, it's called The Dinner Detective. You can check them out at thedinnerdetective.com. Give them a shout out. Why not? They said all that good stuff. It was a good time.
I would say don't waste your money.
If you're personally,
I will not go back.
If you enjoy talking to people, because me and you were sitting there talking to each other the whole time. Krista and Travis really enjoyed it.
Well, see, like when you and Travis were gone, they passed out these forms. This rude lady treating everybody disrespectfully. Horrible host.
She wasn't the best, but I don't think she ruined anything.
She ruined it for me. For sure. I mean, she was the worst part of the night for me, I think. And that's saying something. I mean, I was also, having a good time, having a couple cocktails, so I was pretty chill, but she was just not the best host. I've been to other places where the host is amazing, and they'll make the night. I'll tip the host, like, that's their job. They're supposed to, like, be all over the top and make it fun for everybody. She seemed like she didn't want to be there. So I was like, okay, well, I'm sorry about your job, I guess, and you picked this.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was going to say is that when you and Travis were gone, because there was a cash bar, they went and got some cash out of the ATM. She explained, she passed out the forms, and you had a form, and you were supposed to go around and talk to people. And it was like, oh, what's your name? Where you from? Yada, yada, all this like stuff. But she encouraged, and I mean, it's just for the fun. They encouraged you to make up names. And so she said,
that was my favorite part.
She said, like, all these questions, go through, try to figure out who the murderer is. And we encourage you to, like, make your stories interesting, like essentially like make them up. Like, I don't know exactly what she said, but
I think the whole point of that was to create intrigue so that maybe you thought like, oh, maybe the murderer is somewhere else, because obviously, like, if it's only one person, like it'd be better for the whole experience if everybody did actually talk to each other. That's not necessarily what happened.
Yeah, but because to me what that meant is like, well, I can go around and talk to all these people, but I'm not going to get nothing out of it, so I'm not going to figure out who's the murderer, who's not, whatever. So I was just like, you know what, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm going to get a drink, and I'm going to hang back. And I was just, like, that was my idea from the beginning. Like, we were not even sitting down yet, and I was just like, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this show. It is a show, so if that's what you're going for, just to, like, watch. Again, it's a little overpriced, but it'll be fun for the most part. If you want to get in there and really, like, solve the mystery,
you'd love it then.
Yeah.
If you like that kind of stuff, you'd absolutely love it. So
yeah, because it's hard. It's not as easy. I mean, escape rooms are not that easy either. but they make more sense. They're like steps. It's like very sequential.
I feel
this
like
thing was like all over the place, so
yeah,
you
but
really
I feel
have
like
to pay attention.
it's like in the same vein as an escape room. It's like it's very interactive.
Yeah, I definitely
Obviously,
like. I mean, if I had to rate them out of like how much fun it is and how much fun I had, like getting out of escape room or doing that, like that would rank very low. Whereas an escape room, I would give it like a high 9.
I mean, I think escape rooms are more fun.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's my thing.
But at the same time, I'm not really an extrovert. I don't like going into situations with a bunch of random people and like doing that kind of stuff. But if you're an extrovert and you like just like meeting people,
yeah, people were thinking that you and I were the murderers because we were not going around and talking to people and doing whatever, but we were getting up and getting drinks. And then this lady came. She's like, "I think you guys are the murderers because you guys keep getting up and going out, and like, there's no way you guys are smoking that much." I was like, "Well, first of all, we don't smoke."
it's like, well, first of all, we're drinking.
Yeah, like we're drinking a lot. We're getting up, getting drinks, going to the bathroom, obviously, you know. So it looked sketchy. I guess it was fun. At a point, I would just kind of try and make myself look guilty, and it was funny. So I was like, "Yeah."
I think that
was fun.
I think the crappiest part for me was at the very beginning, right? We said you had to make nicknames and everything like that. And there was a point where, like, we weren't, like, introducing ourselves, but they said, like, look to the person to your right and say their name. And there's this old lady next to me. She wasn't, like, old, but I would guess in between 50 and 60, probably. And my nickname, because they encouraged being crude, was Haywood Jablomi. And she's like, what's your name? And she's like, wait, what's your last name? And I was just like, I was so disappointed in myself at this moment. I was like, this lady could be my mom. And I was like, Jablomi. I'm like, shit, I regret every decision.
She looked like Aunt Becky.
She looked
from Full House.
She looked so disappointed. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I hate myself too.
Yeah.
There were some fun names though. Steal a Virgin. What was the one dude's name? It wasn't Bend Over, but
something similar.
Something similar. There was like Hlotta Vagina or something like that. So there were some good names. A couple of the girls at one of the other tables thought my name was pretty funny. They were both like 40, but you know, I had fun with it. He was Don Julio.
Yeah, I didn't know you were supposed to make up names until like the day before, so I was like, sure, I'll go with Don Julio. It's funny.
I had like a list of Kahoot names, and I was just like going back and forth. I was like, I could be Barry McCockiner, Phil McCracken, Haywood Jablomi, which that was probably my favorite, so I went with that one. And then when you realize how many old people there were, I was like, I'm going to get judged. Please don't make me stand up as part of this interactive thing and make me say that out loud. It
was interesting mortified. For sure. I mean, again, would I do it again? Not that specific place, but if it was a little more structured, like if they gave you roles, like let's say you sign up and they send you like, all right, this is who you're gonna be, and this is your character, and this is like, if it was preset like that, where you could actually get important information from going around and mingling with people, I would actually like that better. If it's like, well, just show up and make everything up and try to figure out who the murderer is, it's kind of like, well, what the fuck? That's pointless. I mean, I'm sure it would be fun, but it's pointless.
I'm not the biggest fan of interactive stuff in general.
Right.
Like,
well, that's how our buddy Travis was saying. Like, he has a dinner murder mystery game where people show up and they have roles. So I think that would be a lot better and will make the whole experience a lot easier and flow. You know, there's a point to the game instead of just kind of trying to figure something out with no clues at all. I don't know. That's just me. But if you've never been, check it out. It's interesting.
I would compare it to a movie that you enjoy watching, but then you don't ever really feel like watching it again.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
again, I don't think I would go back in a while, but maybe one day I will.
If we had a bigger group, I think it'd be more fun. And if we were all more into it, I think it'd be more fun.
Yeah. Anyways, well. All right, we're starting the last clip here. It's the match. All right.
Now you've got 4 claps to differentiate from.
Well, we'll see if it helps.
You should leave that in. I think it'd be funny.
I don't know.
All right, so back on off the topic of the dinner party. I was just curious about this because I've been seeing this all over YouTube, and I find it extremely interesting. What do you know about Belle Delphine?
The basics.
The basics. The girl selling her bathwater.
Yeah, so it's this cosplay girl. I'm sure a lot of people have heard, maybe not.
I hope you know who Belle Delphine is at this point. I mean,
So it's this cosplay girl who was at first she gained a lot of attention because she said she was if she hit a certain amount of subscribers either on YouTube or Instagram, she was gonna create a Pornhub channel.
If she hit 1 million likes on on an Instagram post, she would make a Pornhub account.
Which she actually did make it, but it was like she was trolling. She posted some pictures of her, and they were not like pornographic. They were like, I guess, a little sexual inclined. But
I think a lot of her stuff is she kind of got famous for making a face that's apparently really popular in Japanese porn. So
yeah, I don't know much about it, but that's when I first heard about her. And then, I heard that she was selling her bath water. And then I heard recently that somebody got, like, poisoned from drinking the water. But it's kind of like...
Yeah, this YouTuber, Pyrocynical, decided it'd be a great idea to drink her bath water, which I thought was hilarious. I mean, it'll get you views. Because, like, the trend a little while ago, she has a Patreon and with a bunch of different tiers. And she has one where it's like, hey, send me $2,500. And I don't know what I can possibly do for you at this point. But, like, hit me up and we'll make something happen. So... it was like the trend where YouTubers were just sending her a ton of money. And in return, usually they'd get like a personalized video clip for them or something like that. Not even close to worth $2,500. But I mean, like, part of me hates this because it's like you're just preying on stupid, horny men with no lives. And then another part of me is like, she's actually a genius. Like, I gotta respect the hustle.
Yeah, she started, I mean, I don't know how she started, but like to me she was like a troll, and now she's like making bank out of this, like, dumbass people that are willing, well, there are some creeps out there that are willing to pay for like socks, underwear, like like that's disgusting.
There's a sucker born every day, and she's taking full advantage. And I mean, it's not even like she's
do you, boo, you know, if it's making you money and you're not really hurting anybody. If somebody drinks the water, I mean, it's on them. It's not really on the person who's selling it. She says it, don't drink it or whatever.
Yeah, it says on there, don't drink it. I mean,
just like if you get a coffee purposes. And it says caution hot, handle carefully or whatever, and then you pour it on yourself, that's on you at that point. That's why those labels are there, so you cannot sue them.
It even flat out says, like, hey, don't do this. Like, you shouldn't. So
right. So at that point, you know, keep doing you, girl, make your money.
I think the most interesting thing about it is she hasn't dipped into pornography yet.
I don't think she has to. I mean, like, all these porn girls, I'm sure they're in there for the money. I don't think any of them really love their job. And she's already making the money without having to do the porn, so what's the point of that?
Well, yeah, I mean, but, like, that's what I find, like, even more interesting, because it's, like, I guess you could call a lot of her stuff, like, softcore pornography, because, like, she has that paid Snapchat that she posts nudes on and stuff. A lot
of people have that, apparently.
Oh, a premium Snapchat.
I don't even know how you do that. I don't really care. I would not pay for stuff like that again.
You're that desperate?
Yeah.
You're that desperate that you're going to pay for nudes? There's a thing called the internet?
Videos. Yeah, exactly. When we have the internet and people are still paying for stuff, it's just...
fucking stupid.
Blows my mind. But hey, I guess...
I just find the whole situation honestly pretty funny. I wish I could get famous by just taking a bath and selling some water. So... wouldn't that be nice? She's just out here making it. I'm like, all right. She doesn't even have to sit on the casting couch.
Nope, she skipped all over that.
And the funny part is, if she ever did do something like that, I feel it'd blow up. She'd make a fortune on doing even one video, something like that. I mean, I'm sure that kind of stuff exists too, but it's hidden. So
yeah, it's definitely a new upcoming thing, and she's taking full advantage of it, so I commend her for it.
She did get banned on Instagram, though, which really surprised me, because she doesn't post anything pornographic on there. She doesn't post anything sexually explicit on there.
Well, she posted a lot of pictures of herself with just, like, tape on top of her nipples, and Instagram's a little touchy about that, even though there's a bunch of models who essentially have their nipples out. They just have, like, a mesh shirt on, and that's enough to... bypass the guidelines, I guess.
I don't even know why it's such a big deal anyways.
But yeah, hey, if you can make money out of something weird, it's a niche that nobody's there before, just go ahead and make money. So congratulations, Belle Delphine.
Good luck getting your Instagram back. I wish you the
she'll make
best.
another one. Yeah. But yeah,
You
with
can
that
always
said,
make another one. So
yeah, there you go. They're free to make. Don't
Start
get
over.
banned again.
at this point, she's such an internet meme as is. She's not going anywhere anytime soon. No. And her Patreon's still there, so you can still pay for her nudes or personalized whatever for her if you want, I guess. So, signed pictures of her naked body.
That's crazy.
If you're that desperate.
All right, but everybody, thank you for watching and listening. If you're listening to the audio only, you can also check the video on YouTube. It's going to be posted probably a day after, or hopefully it'll be posted the same day as the audio. But
yes, sir.
Just another option. Again, thank you for coming back, guys. Hope you guys follow us in the fitness portion of the YouTube channel. That's going to be a YouTube only, just because the audio would be very boring.
It'd be really pointless.
Yeah, even the video, it's obviously not the most exciting thing ever, but it's interesting to see our progress and where we're at and where we're going and how we are doing it.
The good news is, though, with my new hours, with being full-time, it's a typical 9-to-5er, so I'm going to have 2 more nights that we'll be able to meet up and everything. I'm going to have Sundays off forever now, so
sweet.
We will have plenty of time.
Yeah, like I said, I'm down for, I want to do at least 2 days a week. One fitness, Mondays, we already said Mondays, it's going to be our fitness day, and then we got to pick another day during the week that we do the gym. But I'll be up for meeting more than that. But just baseline, I want to meet at least twice.
Absolutely.
So we'll do that. We'll go kayaking. Hopefully we can get some footage of that. It's pretty fun. Just
definitely.
Quick montage.
We'll get some kayaking footage. Yeah. Us fooling around being idiots. So
it's a good time. I mean, it's summer. I mean, we're almost halfway through. Get out there if you can. If it's not too hot out, be safe, of course. But
yeah,
have a good time.
We'll try and get some videos together. We're talking about doing a little Cincinnati.
Yeah, we're gonna go
bar hopping thing. So
yeah,
we do that a couple times a year. So and summertime, but we're probably thinking when it cools down a little bit, like maybe late August or something like that. So we'll put together a nice little. Well, you'll put together a nice little video montage. Yeah. Maybe we'll see another dude pull a dildo out of his bag. That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it's a story for another day, but that was wild.
Tune in next time. That was so funny.
Yeah, tune in next time. We might talk about it. It was weird. I mean, there's not much to it, but yeah, it was one of those Cincinnati nights. It was fun. It was interesting. It was wild.
One of those nights in the city, you meet up with randos, you start talking to people, and somebody whips out a 9-inch dildo.
Yeah, there you go. On that note, everybody, thank you for listening. And
this has been Life in HD.